I guess as y'all remember, how Hauck handing y'all the scroll, and it seemed like the most fascinating thing. Um, After you talk to a lady, Chris, sorry, it's unorganized on my part.
The wife, Lady Elaine, or
Yeah, after you talk to the mother,
Lady Elaine.
she did. Yeah, Lady Elaine. She did hand you the coffer, which was it was a coffer. It was with gold pieces, and she even added. She gave the note of introduction to you, and thanked y'all profusely, and promised y'all goodwill anytime y'all came this way. But of course, the more you read on the scroll, the more excited or intrigued you were. But it was time to go, and I guess now it's just up to y'all. Y'all were discussing where to go here.
Yeah, and I think we'd made our choice. We're gonna go check out. What was his name? I got it written down. I do. Molem Torchholder.
Yep.
Yeah, and like in some sort of issue in Valkstad, his family was.
Yeah, his missing wife and daughter. Yeah, so we're just trucking along to Valkstad, and yeah, I guess from where we are, we're actually kind of close to Valkstad. We're a little bit north, I think you had said.
Yes.
Is that where we ended up on there?
Right. You're within a day of Valkstad. If you started in the morning, you could be there by that evening.
Okay. Well, once we rest up, then I guess we'll just head that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds good.
You don't have to give me some leeway.
Yeah.
Give me a lot of leeway, actually, but I'm still learning the maps.
Yeah, sure.
I've never played a game where I haven't had the map drawn out in front of me. And I tried to draw it out, but after I drew it all out, spending a couple of hours drawing it out, counting grid squares and everything, it made no sense to me.
Didn't love it.
The next day, it made no sense.
Well, I think we got a fairly decent one. Austin put some time into doing it on.
Oh, they look great, by the way, Austin. I love them.
You think you can throw? I think one of them already had a grid on it. If that would help you, Scott, we could. I'm sure Austin.
I remember it. I did look at
it. Could email you
one
of the higher resolution ones so you could print it out and have it in front of you. I'm similar. I have to
that
have.
would be awesome. I think I'll just print those out. That's what I was planning on doing. If you got one you can email me, that'd be great.
Sure, I'll get right on that.
That's
actually.
awesome. Yeah, thanks, Austin. Those maps you're making. Yeah, I can't even write a story without a map. That's like the first thing I do is I need to know where things are, or I can't even write a story. I have to just know.
You want the world map that we have so far, right?
I will take anything you want to send me. Yeah, the world map would be a great start. I love the stuff you're doing with your cities. That's why I was leery about. That's why I've been planning for so long. Just start my own city, just because I didn't want to step on y'all's creation.
Nope.
Sure, y'all.
So far, it's fine. Yeah, you're totally free to do that.
I'm gonna be
stepping. Even the story about Molem Shoulder, I feel like that was kind of infringing, but.
Nope. No, I mean it's a joint, it's a jointly created thing, so no problem.
That's the whole point, and I'm just putting y'all on notice. When my campaign comes up here, I'm gonna be stepping up all on your stuff. Just stomp, whatever I see, I'm stepping on it.
It's been a whole round.
Yep. I would like to introduce the city eventually, but
yeah,
I realize I'm fine with what I'm doing right now. I'm fine with what I'm doing. So. Anyway, sorry to
no, you're good.
Jump out of it again. But
the only thing I'm gonna request is that you stop saying I'm sorry, Scott. That's my only my only criticism of you so far is that you keep saying I'm sorry. There's nothing to be sorry for. You're good. Stop it.
Well, very well.
This is what we buckled up for. So
you're the DM. You're sorry for nothing.
That's right.
That's right.
You're a heartless tyrant.
Apologies when I go to bed at night. So, uh, um, again, they are convinced that a curse was on there, and that you didn't mention the ring that y'all found
We did not.
to them,
Yeah, we
and
did.
they offer you any resource you need to on your journey, and that's it. That's their farewell. Oh, and think how gave you whatever in his torturous way, gave you whatever gossip he had heard
Yeah,
to
that's right.
help you.
That's right. We plied Hal with drinks and chatter all evening, trying to squeeze a few drops of water out of that rock, that stone.
Yeah. So, where do y'all go from here?
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think there? Let's just get back on the road, head south, and
Guess we'd best go to Valkstad. If that's where we're needed, might as well start there and just go from there, I guess.
you're from the area at least of Valkstad, aren't you, Flint?
I am. I'm from Rockwell. It's a small town up in the mountains, just a little bit north of Valkstad, actually.
All right.
So we're not too far away, actually. It's probably a day and a half's travel or so.
Did you say it was more of a mining town, Rockwell?
It's mostly there's some mining. Truth be told, there's a little bit of mining in all the dwarven villages along the mountains. It's not a dwarf town if there's not mining to be done.
Right.
But most of it is craftsmen. Lots of craftsmen come out to Rockwell.
Right. Good to know. Hey, Bran.
Hey, showed up.
How you doing, Bran? You all right, buddy?
Trying to get everything.
You okay?
Just half blind.
Are you still? Did you say you were moving, Dustin, or did that not happen yet? Or was that in like May?
I was gone.
Oh, okay. Still working that out, huh?
That, among other things.
Well, we were just talking about moving on back to
heard.
Valkstad, trying to get this situation with Molem Torch. Something.
Molem Torch Holder.
Holder. I was like Torchbearer. No, that's not it.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Close enough for a tavern.
Good enough for government work. That's what I've always heard. Well, very cool.
Yeah, for a moment.
So, are we getting on kind of the beginning of the day again? Another start to the day?
Right.
Okay, well, there.
Hargis has a crazy, elaborate, almost alien-looking trunk that he's added wheels to.
Trunk? Oh.
These thin steel wheels that look like they're detachable. And it looks like the thing is bolted together rather smartly.
It's trundling along behind the goat wagon.
Right. And he's got his pillow out and he's sitting on it. He's ready to go. Does anybody else need a pillow?
Well,
oh, wait a minute. That's not Hargis.
I'm about to find out what sort of accommodation I can make for myself today, in fact. So let's everyone prepare your attacks on in case evil critters are forthcoming. Oh.
Hey, Scott, real quick. So where is Faox located in relation to Valkstad? I can put that on the map real quick, too, before I give this to you.
Let me look at the map right quick. Sorry. Oh, I'm not sorry.
Exactly.
Let's see here.
Actually, I can show you the map on mine if you want to.
Yeah.
There we go. So here's the map.
And
here's Valkstad.
I'd like to know how you, by the way. Oh, there it is.
So
Okay, when
where
we-
would
I was
Faox
doing
be?
it on my drawing map, and it was a little. Oh shoot! Come on now. Let me get my eyes on.
I can show you this
Hey,
what I got
what's
here. So here's what I got so far.
Well, he's got a great map popped up here for me. I don't
Oh,
know
is
if
it
you
popping
can
up on the
see it.
screen? Okay,
Yeah.
that's my little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's Valkstad, and
Valkstad.
where is Faox in
Okay, you
relation to
see this spring?
Spring Forge?
Spring Forge. It's between Valkstad and Spring Forge.
Okay, cool. So about right here.
Yes.
All right, cool. That's perfect.
Thank you,
And
Jasper.
then
Thank you,
I
Flint.
will go ahead and put. Oops. I'll go ahead and put
Oh, the live updates.
Rockwell on here
That's
too.
exciting. Very cool.
All right, we're fleshing out Valkstad quite a bit
Yeah.
now. There's quite a few towns there.
That's cool. I mean, it makes sense. There'd be a lot of little communities scattered around, you know.
Just all
around
along the
Main Hub.
mountains.
As we get our day started, of course, and Jasper prepares after everyone's had their cricket flapjacks. So,
Yeah, y'all enjoy those.
are you not
Yummy,
having?
yummy.
Are you not partaking again, Hargus?
Yeah, lad. No crickets
No,
for
no.
me.
Of course, I made you the non-cricket ones, as usual.
Oh, the ones that's sitting with the other flapjacks.
Well,
Nope, not for me. They've obviously
they
touched.
can share a
I'm
pan.
not gonna do that.
Can they-
Nope, it's touched the cricket. You shared a pan? No,
All
sorry.
right, well, I guess Bruce gets to enjoy a flapjack this morning then.
I'll eat his
fine.
if he's not
All
having
right,
it.
fair enough. Flint gets secondsies.
I'll
Does that
just
mean
drink
I
my
get
breakfast.
10 hit points? I'm just kidding.
No, you only get 5, but even though Hargus didn't eat his flapjack, he still gets 5 hit points.
Ooh. Magic.
As everyone's munching, Jasper kind of walks around,
Gonza.
pats everyone on the shoulder temporarily. Just a brief pat and walks
Cheers,
around.
everyone.
All right, Hargus, fair enough. I'll make sure I cook them in a separate pan next time.
Hey, see, you know, I'm not interested in any crickets in any form.
Fair enough. I really do think a man of your travel and experience would be willing to broaden his horizons, though. It just seems, so close-minded of you. I thought bards were supposed to be up
I
for
got this cup.
experiencing the world and all of.
I got this cup that's got all sorts of drinks in it.
Well, sure. Got to wash that down with something, though, right? Something to. All right. Well, we won't worry about it.
Medicinal.
Okay, everyone, get ready. And we're gonna bring out our animal companions for the day. So he takes one, chucks it out, and very friendly weasel comes chittering up to our side, and Jasper has another weasel from the bag of tricks, throws another one out, and a swirling plume of dark, smoky energy coalesces into a shadowy giant elk that we are forced to dispatch of quickly.
Oh,
so
hi.
Oh, that might actually
a
be.
little mini
That
encounter.
might actually be a fight. We should probably
Quick roll for it.
play
you
that
wanna,
out.
You want to roll
huh?
for it?
Yeah, let's quickly.
All right.
Let's quickly
All right,
do
I'll
that
pull a
one.
giant
'cause
elk.
That thing might
Might
mess
actually
our
get
hit
one of us.
points up today.
Giant elk. All right. You want to roll for initiative,
I'll roll
Hargus? Oh, hey, good
Okay.
initiative, Jasper. Which
Yeah.
makes sense. He's right there.
Matter of fact, I rolled a
Oh,
5.
not so good.
So, I think that's all
Oh, no.
9.
The elk rolled really good initiative.
Do we get a surprise round because we were all probably preparing to
I think we
attack
get
at
a
once?
yeah. I think a round of held actions makes sense for sure.
Okay.
So
So I'll just go ahead and roll for my attack then. I'll probably blast it with a ray of frost. Natural 20.
dang.
Ooh,
This
that's a
might
good
take
way
this
to
guy
start
out.
the day.
That's good because it's going to slow it down.
And that's a cantrip, and so it's 2d8 times 2, so that's 8 plus 3d8. 8. It's an 8.
Oh, dang.
Ooh, 25 points of cold
25.
damage.
Okay, big hit.
So it just appears, and then its massive head looks down, and just like just breathes like some, just snorts out of its nostrils, and I just blast it right in the face with my cold laser. Just
Yeah.
so that's my.
You see some of the ice.
I love that sound you're using for your cold.
Some of the ice hanging off
Yeah.
of its legs, slowing it down a little bit. But let's see, initiative-wise, Hargus, did you have a held attack you wanted to fire off?
I
Okay,
do.
go for it.
Vicious mockery.
Okay. What do you mock the giant elk? What do you say?
Size of his horns. Well, obviously, the size of his horns. He's a dude.
Those wee little horns.
Vicious mockery. Look at the wee horns.
All right, wisdom
saying?
save for the giant elk. 14? Probably not.
10 points of damage.
Not 10 points of damage.
Nope.
Oh boy, this elk is
Close.
looking rough.
Oh, that's a relief.
Okay. Now we get to initiative. Jasper actually rolled really good initiative. He got a 22, which is good because this elk is eyeing him with a great deal of menace. So Jasper is going to fire off a firebolt here. Come on, Jaspers. No, I don't think. Well, they got pretty low AC. It was a bad roll. No, he misses. He misses. He fires like stumbling backwards, as this giant elk is just. He starts walking backwards, like pulls up his quarterstaff and just pulls this energy arrow off of it of fire and flame, and it goes and just goes right over the elk's head. And Jasper just keeps walking back. Oh, somebody please. But what's everyone's initiative?
I have a 9.
9? Oh, yeah, you're way down there.
Yeah.
I have advantage because of my weapon of warning, which is good
Nice.
because that makes mine an 18.
All right, well, that does not beat
Otherwise-
the elk's dirty 20, and the elk lowers its head and charges at Jasper, who's only... oh, no. So Jasper could...
Oh yeah, it only cares about you. Okay,
Yep.
so this will make things a little.
Ah!
Right.
And it charges 50 feet, which is just enough to hit Jasper, because Jasper could only move 30 feet away. So it charges...
Oh yeah, and that's how far you
And,
threw it, huh?
well, I can only throw it 20 feet. You slowed it for 10. It's got a movement speed of 60, so it has exactly the
Oh,
movement
boy.
necessary to hit Jasper. He's
Oh
plus 6
no.
to hit. 16. Oh, 16. It just hits. I'm trying to think. He's too stunned. I'm going to say he doesn't use the shield because he's too stunned. He's just like, what? And poof, gets...
Things have gone so well for days that made him complacent.
2d6. Oh gosh, it's amazing. 6 plus... So, 10, oh shoot, 10 points of damage. As you gored on these horns. And, let's see. The charge moves 20 feet. Takes 2d6 damage if the target, then a strength save or be knocked prone. Let's see if I'm knocked prone. So, my strength save, I'm knocked prone for sure.
Oh, poor little gnome just gets bowled over.
So, but because it's the charge, I do only take 2d6, so only 6 points of damage, which is gonna burn through my temporary HP from my cricket cookie. All right. So it's there, like, on top of Jasper, just, like, goring him with his antlers on the ground. Just... And next up, I guess, would be... you want to roll for initiative, Bran? Jasper just got attacked by a giant shadow elk, so...
I will just start eating my chips and watching.
That is so Bradrick. Like, it's his fault.
Woo!
Now maybe he'll stop pulling random stuff out
I'll
of the
just
bag.
I see this start happening. I find the nearest tree stump and I lean up against it, and then like slide my satchel around and then pull out some chips and then sit there and I'm just.
All right, Hargus, you're up.
All right.
Wait, if it
How
moved,
far
would I
away
get an
is it?
opportunity? Oh no, wait, I attacked with a ranged attack, so no, you're good.
So how far away is it?
I'd say from you, it's only like 20 foot away. Like bearing down on
rename
top
that
of
to your-
Jasper, like goring him into the ground with its antlers. As Jasper's like grabbing the horns, just his.
Gonna rename that bag your impromptu combat bag.
I'm just going to attack the thing because it's on top of
Bag
Jasper.
of tricks.
I'm going to try to redirect his attention.
true.
I'm just going to do a straight attack
Okay.
on it. Throw inspiration on Flint
Oh gosh, I'm so blind.
for my bonus action.
Thank you. Maybe we should call this the trick or treat bag.
Seems appropriate.
Well, I rolled a 3
Sometimes
and a
it's a treat.
Oh man, so total of like
Sorry,
you get 3.
we have nothing.
Threes.
Unless his AC is really low.
Yeah, plus.
So
well,
that would be
you said a
what,
3 and
an
a 6.
8 and a 11. 2 attacks. So I went ahead and rolled
Right.
both
So
of
your
them.
6 plus your bonuses. What's that get you up to?
Well, I have a +1 sword. I think it's +1 to attack also. So that's +6.
So 6 plus 6.
No, yeah, +5. So that would be 11, and I'm doing
Yeah,
math.
+5 isn't going to do it. So you start charging up, running at this elk,
11 and
and right at the last second, it kind of
13.
bucks a foot back and like just kicks your hand out of the way. An antler comes and deflects it the other way. Oh boy, that's awesome.
I'll throw an awk out there.
All right, well that brings us. What was your initiative, Austin? I forget. Sorry.
18.
18. Okay, so that brings us back to the top. Jasper had a 19,
You got this,
but
laddies.
the elk had a dirty 20.
I actually-
no, Jasper had a
actually,
22.
I did-
That's what it was. Jasper had
I
22.
actually didn't go after the elk did. So should I go now?
Oh yeah.
I took my surprise
Yeah,
round,
yeah.
and then the elk went, and
Yep,
then
you should go
I
now.
didn't go yet.
Yep. See if you can
Okay.
spare Jasper
then-
one more goring.
Okay, so I'm gonna rush toward it and just punch it right in the leg and try and knock it prone. So athletics check.
Athletics check for the giant elk.
Ooh, that's
He's
not
got pretty good
that's not
athletics.
I
Probably
should
not.
really
gonna do-
learn to be proficient in athletics. That would help me out. But for me, it's a 17.
10 for the giant elk. So
All right, so I just knock its leg out from under it, and it just collapses onto its side. And then I'll just charge up
under
my
it.
thunder gauntlet. Oh yeah. Well, I'll try to make it fall away from him, obviously, because I'm trying to save Jasper here.
Let's see, hold on.
But maybe it was an accident and it landed on me anyway. Who knows? Anyway, and then I'm just gonna charge up my thunder gauntlet, just punch it right in the
Okay.
flank with advantage.
Somehow, this entire encounter has given me the idea of an excellent villain.
Oh no.
The Stag Lord.
Bambi's Revenge.
19.
19 will hit.
All right, so
Well,
that
this news is
is
going to come back to haunt us already.
6 points of thunder damage.
6 points of thunder damage. The elk is looking really rough, but it's still ticking. These heroes.
All right, that's my turn. That's
Heroes
all I
of
can
the
do.
land.
Of the lamb.
Of the lamb, yeah. Oh gosh.
Of the mutton.
Okay. Well, Jasper
Venison, you
he
mean.
did get a 22 on his initiative.
Oh, no,
so,
no, I was saying mutton because lamb.
Let's
They're
see.
not getting it back.
Venison would be
He
correct
will,
for this, but I just went with mutton because
Period.
lamb.
Oh, okay.
For one thing, I'd have to get it back.
Wrestling with the creature in front of him. Kind of got his hand on the horns there. It's like lying on top of him. Jasper like grasps his staff and just goes, Tree Father, please! And just brings down a pillar of sacred flame onto this prone creature, which I imagine will give it disadvantage on its dexterity saving throw. So,
I don't think so.
on prone?
That's not what prone
No.
does. Yeah, because they can just roll to
Prone
the
is
side.
only advantage and disadvantage on melee attacks.
It doesn't give you disadvantage on dexterity saving throws, really?
No, because you can still roll out of the way. That's how I
Wow.
remember.
Well, sure,
anyway.
but you're not as good at it.
You're better at rolling out of the way when you're standing?
You're better at getting out of the way of fast-moving
Jumping
things
out
when
of
you
the
are
way.
standing.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I'm not convinced, having watched how people try to dodge and they leave their legs behind.
Having done he might still pass actually. So it got a 14 plus 3. So yeah, he crushes my DC. So no damage.
Hey, Scott, let me know what your email is. I can email you that map whenever you want.
Okay.
You can
I'll
add
message
it or...
it to you.
All right.
I've
Sounds
finished my bag of chips at this point and have moved on to some kind of vegetable that I loudly crunch.
It's only been 12 seconds, so you must have been like, ah!
I'll say,
There wasn't much in the bag.
yeah, the rest of
Oh, yeah, there's like 2 chips
It was
left.
like
Like,
2 handfuls, and then I was like,
get out a carrot or something.
Jasper does do some athletics or acrobatics. Either way, it's a 19 on the die, which is pretty good. And the Elks only got a 17 total, so Jasper manages to roll out from under there, half his movement to stand up, and I'll say he's 15 foot away.
Battle mistake.
15 foot away though, the Elk's gonna stand up and charge straight at Jasper, which will give Flint and Hargus attacks of opportunity as he leaves.
All right.
Trainer Jasper used
Jasper's
confusion.
like
It was super effective.
stepping back with his staff in front of him, just. Oh no! Wait! Oh no! I don't have that yet. I should have had the weasel attack.
17 for my opportunity attack.
That'll hit.
Jasper is the worst kind of Pokemon trainer.
Oh!
Yep.
18 plus whatever modifiers
those
I
will
have.
To get his gym badge.
Okay.
18.
And
Finally.
with that, what are you using, Flint?
Thunder Gauntlet.
Thunder Gauntlet. You take a
So does
swing
that
at
hit?
it as it starts to get up and starts to run, and you punch off its not punch off. You punch into its front right leg, and it trips and falls. And as it falls a little bit and stumbles, Hargus manages to get in there and just slide the rapier in between a couple ribs right into the heart, and it just goes into the ground, crashes into the dust, and slowly dissipates into a thick black mist that is gone in the morning. And just, right. Ooh. Thanks for the help, guys.
Okay, Jasper, I think we need to think now, what exactly is the point of doing this every morning exactly? Do we need these animals every single
I
day?
feel like yes. Well, because we're learning new things, right? So maybe it's.
I mean, I don't mind shooting a weasel in the face and letting
Sure.
it go, but that was a little bit scary.
That was much. That was a bit
I've only
much.
seen the nobler steeds that you've been riding into towns and stuff,
See?
but that was
Think of how amazing that was, though. Think of how amazing it was riding, the nice version into town.
All I'm thinking is I heard the best line of the night, probably.
Which one was that?
I don't mind shooting a weasel in the face and letting it go.
Like, you can add that to the
Knife is still
quote
young,
for it if
I
you
don't
want,
mind shooting a weasel in the face
Yeah.
every morning.
every morning.
Hey,
You never know when you're going to get another mage hand comment.
All right, listen. I don't mind shooting
Oh,
a
no.
weasel in the face every morning, but. Where'd my notebook go?
But that was a little more dangerous.
Um,
It tracks. That feels like a normal, conversation you would have with, like a spouse or a sibling or some family member in the morning in an adventuring world or a magical world.
listen, I don't mind.
If you don't mind, because they only seem to go to you as the owner of the bag of tricks. So if you don't mind getting gored by one of these every, I don't know, 10th time we do this,
Yeah,
that's up to you.
Argus was telling me that he has a shadow friend that seems to like you as well. Maybe you're the cause of the issue.
But they definitely seem to target me. Hargis was able to get that thing to do his bidding one time, though. So, I mean, there's something to what he's got going there. Oh,
Yeah.
look.
I get the,
So-
yeah, I
so
get
you
the
mean-
feeling it's a
Thank you,
close
thank you,
thing.
fair traveler on the open road who brings lovely ice for my bruised ribs. Oh, you fair maiden, bountiful bestower of iced goods.
An important question. This may forever change our relationship. What kind did you get?
Reese's peanut butter crumble in ice cream.
Uh,
No? No peanut butter cups?
I'm joking.
You're not a peanut butter cup guy?
Weird. I don't do Dairy Queen anymore, I'm sad to say. At least not the new one here in
Yeah.
town. I like the
I
old
just
one
think
still.
they're too overpriced now. When I was a kid, the Blizzards were so cheap, but now they're like,
$3 for a large,
For a
and it doesn't even feel
tiny.
like a large anymore.
no,
Yeah.
3 is for like a tiny, but like a large is like what,
$5 probably.
But the cakes are good.
Did Hargis will just speak up. He's missing. Well, I'm missing my flame sword. I hate to say, and part of me is opposed to stealing the magic from such a wonderful, ponderous weapon and putting it on another weapon. But I wonder if I couldn't put that on my moon sword and bypass this curse.
I have
Possible. Who knows? Ask the
Yeah.
artificer. He would know best.
I do recall
Wait,
recall
what?
some things my parents had said about that sort of thing being rather difficult, transferring enchantments, at least being quite time consuming. What about you, Flint? Have you heard similar sort of things?
From what I've never done it myself, but from what my understanding is, it's not costly. It's just time consuming. So just whoever you have do it will charge you for the time, but it doesn't require any materials or anything like that. So, and it has to be transferred to a very similar sort of item.
Well, as Hargis says this, he realizes he can't do that because as he's got the longsword in his hand, he realizes that would not be appropriate in his mind. So it's a moot point. It's just, he was missing the damage, but now he's carrying the sword, so this is the sword. So
If you're,
I mean,
what were you going to say, Flint?
if Hargis, no, it's your sword. You can do what you want with it, but you could always try. What's the harm in that?
I spoke before I realized the origin of the sword in my hand. So I think
What is
no.
the origin of that sword?
Y'all
I think
don't
we
know.
do.
Well, you were there,
Brand
weren't you?
doesn't know.
Weren't you
Yeah, he
there?
does. You
We
were
Explained
there.
them all to you.
It was the
Brand?
Grey
Brand?
Merchant.
Oh, that's right. He
no,
wasn't there.
we're talking about the
He
origin
wasn't
of
there.
his +1 sword. I
Oh,
thought.
are you talking about your?
He's
flame
talking
tongue?
about both of them, so
Yeah,
I
he's talking
understand.
about
I understand you guys.
transferring
Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah, the flame tongue you would know about. I don't know about any of them.
Yeah, what Hargis was saying is that because of the origin of his +1 longsword from the Dreamland, it would be inappropriate to pass the flame aspect from the Shadowland to it, is what I think Hargis was saying.
Got it.
But
That's a good point. What I was actually talking about was my dream there was of significance, and I don't want to tamper with the sword because although it came from the Dreamland, the sword is one I know, and it belonged to somebody I knew.
does Hargis tell us that?
Yeah.
Who did it?
He'll tell you flat
Who
out.
did it belong to?
Why?
He's been acting a little different ever since his encounter back in Valkstad with
I'm
the
I'm gonna
lady.
give Flint a long long glance and just kind of like the nod. That's like, got it from his dreams.
No, it's
Right.
that's true. That's true. We actually
Dream
Dacker and-
Piercer. Also got this
I've
mug.
got the mugs too. That's right. Yes, this one, magic mug.
That's true. I mean, how do you explain
Magic
the
mug.
mug?
You can't
Must have-
explain the
must have
mug.
some truth to it.
Listen,
Then he
knowing
does
how much those
really
two
odd.
drink, I wouldn't be surprised if they imagined it all under the influence.
That's nothing. Watch this. And he does something really odd with the mug and points it at the ground like, well, usually it has worked.
Oh no.
Let's go back to drinking out of it.
Not helping your case here. Anyways.
But, between Hargis's
He may have forgotten.
between Hargis's use of the flame sword and Flint's identify, does Hargis have the idea at least of the basically 1 in 4 chance of the shadow being evil and activated, or aggressive towards us and activated? But between those things, I mean, that's what we settled on, basically, right? That's basically a 1 in 4 chance, right?
Yeah, it's a quarter chance that it summons, and when it's summoned, it is hostile to everybody. If he gives it
except Hargis.
Except Hargis.
If he gives it a command.
It's trying to
It just goes for the closest person, and you happen to have been the closest person each time.
So it was just happen chance. I stumbled on the rule that if I command it.
I mean, and you made a good persuasion check too.
Yeah, so you can command it. It will follow your commands, but after it's completed the command, I rolled and I was like, well, after it's finished its command, it would come back and I attack the next thing that seemed hostile to its
I think
owner,
we could.
Which
Yeah,
happened to be Jasper again when I rolled a d4 and ended up
And it
on
probably
the screen
doesn't trust his judgment on who's an enemy or not.
I think we could actually work this out, Hargis.
Yeah, and he hasn't even seen Jasper as a giant critter.
Yeah, so I think
maybe that shadow soul that has been imbued in that sword just has something against gnomes, specifically forest gnomes.
I think we could work it out. All we need to do is just in combat, wait until, if you're gonna maybe use the shadow, just make sure you activate it when we're not directly next to you, and try and command it, and we'll see how it goes. It's so effective to have that extra fire on there. I can see that thing just cutting
a
through.
Flaming sword is quite
It's
quite the artifact.
You could turn that curse into a boon with having an extra ally nearby when you end up in a 1v1 situation. It's going to view everything else that you deem as an ally as a problem too, but in those cases you can use the other sword to protect whoever you're trying to protect.
Yeah, and
in other words, don't bring your flaming sword out on an escort quest. I don't want it murdering whoever our client is.
Hey, I agree.
We're fighting a bunch of orcs and killing the chief, and we're like, okay, we got it. And we look back, and there's just the shadow creature on top of the little old man we're sent to bring to the village, just stabbing him over and over.
No.
Yeah, using his clothes as a puppet. I like people. I like to sing. No, sorry.
Yeah. So
no,
can't get that image out of my head, Mr. Brambrick.
I have the benefit of knowing whether the critters are going to be, aggressive or helpful right off the bat, and then they stay cool for the rest of the time. But I think, with a little strategic use, I think you could make great use of the sword, Hargis. I'd continue to use it, just with caution, please.
I will use it, but I have a moral little snag with realizing this most likely where the spirit's origin is, the shadow's origin is. Essentially, it's an enslaved soul.
Perhaps.
Well,
If I
maybe he did
understand
it
it right in my research.
It may be a soul, or
Well, he's not communicating that. I don't think anybody'd be that pissed off if they volunteered.
maybe you should go into maybe you should go into the forest by yourself and at the end of the evening or something, and try and chat with it or something. Give us notice that it's going to happen, and try and have a conversation with it. See what you can get out of it. Just curious. Yeah,
may try
because
that
we
at a
really
later
don't know
date.
much about.
Other gods are watching over us.
This could be a mindless elemental spirit of the shadow that just is a kind of an echo of your will. It protects you and seems to follow
Monster
your
of the
sort
year.
of instruction. But yeah, is this thing a shadow of Hargis? Is it a shadow of something else in a plane? Is it bound to the sword? Is it a sentient thing?
That makes me wonder what your bag is full of, Jasper.
Thought he was
Are
going to say
they-
waffle.
Souls of
Are they
animals?
spirits that are bound to follow your commands, but every
Yeah.
once in a while they break free and try to get their revenge?
Jasper
and escape
calls the
and
weasel.
fight against you.
Calls the weasel onto his arm.
That whole no, this one is precious. He would never.
Yeah. I mean, they might. No, just Flint's got a real good point.
We
Or
brought them from the Shadow Realm. Are we opening some sort of gateway to the Shadow Realm every time we use it and allowing something to come out?
cutscene to Shadow Realm's temp employment services, where a bunch of animals are in a line, and there's like a little
There's
green
a
light
big
that
queue.
shines whenever the bag like that dings and it runs through. And after it dies, it gets spat
Right.
out the other side, and they're given their feed
Right,
and food
right.
for the day, and they walk off with it.
They clock out and
Hey, Jerry, how'd it go for you today? The gnome again. Oh, you got that
Oh.
freaking gnome? Jeez, that guy.
Yeah, but this time I was
Every
free to attack him.
he never forgets to use it. So he always
Hey, it
bank
keeps
on.
us employed,
Yeah,
man.
gotta eat, gotta eat.
Yeah.
Oh gosh! All right, so after that little interchange, I assume that I don't get anything useful from the weasel as feedback. And to bolster that, I'll say instead of being a small creature, the thing probably classifies as some sort of fey spirit in the form of a small creature. You know, we'll assume since they dissipate into smoke at the end of the day, regardless, they're probably some sort of weird embodiment of creatures or so.
Is it considered evil to summon them just to murder them?
I didn't
each
murder
morning?
them. They just sort of dissolve, you know. Would it be more cruel for them never to have existed at all? You know, that's... Who am I to say?
Or to summon them into existence briefly just to get rid of
I
them?
do feel bad about the elk, but, you know, maybe they'll calm down after time, and, you know, we'll see. Actually, speaking of which, one more. Get ready, boys! And he throws the last one.
What the?
I power up my cold
And,
laser.
a very friendly dire wolf comes prancing over and scrunches the ears. And wolves are fun. I enjoy those, and he'll hop up on the back and use that as a mount.
He says that now, until the next one starts to enjoy
The
him.
first one, it was the first one. The first one I ever summoned was a dire wolf, and it did attack me, and got quite a good bite on me too. All right.
Yeah,
All right.
You would have learned your lesson from that.
No,
Hargus.
you leave out.
Hargus,
You're leave out. You're
What's with
well
the trailer?
stocked. Hey,
what's with the trailer?
huh? Oh, I had some gnomes make it in the.
Good call.
Yonder?
Good call.
Hargus
Yeah,
and Hargus.
he actually-
Hargus is-
He flicks his hand towards not Hardale, but Valkstad. Yeah, it's just a waterproof trunk that's what organizes all my stuff.
Just keep.
And he opens it up and flourishes. You know, you see that it's like partitioned out with velvet. All of the stuff like fits in these little made spaces for it, and it's packed very efficiently.
Nice little camper setup.
So, sorry, I've been daydreaming for a bit, and I think there might have been something in those chips. But, or maybe they've been, there too.
I got it for the glopes.
They're a little old.
They're a little old. They tasted a little tangy. It was interesting. They're supposed to be sweet and sour, but that ring is still in your cart, then, right? And we are
Yeah.
currently on our way to Valkstad with that in tow.
Correct.
right?
Mm-hmm.
In fact, and then our plan is when we get there to forget about the ring and take care of missing woman and her child, correct?
As we.
That is the plan as y'all spoke of it so far.
All right. As long as there's not something like 7 days associated with this ring, a horror story I heard when I was growing up in Ice Blossom.
Oh,
So,
nay.
If a giant, if a dark-haired girl,
Pinch it for driving
if a dark-haired
crazy.
girl comes climbing out of this thing, Scott, that's it. That's it.
Or maybe I should have I don't know.
That's the one.
Perhaps.
Yeah, as we travel
That's
along.
an interesting question.
I mean,
Well,
hordes of Tickle Me Elmos coming after us was bad enough, but
As well as-
it was so much creepier when I wrote it out. It was just one of them. And it lasted a lot longer than I thought it would. But
about the rating, like I don't know what to do with it.
no matter how in depth you make something as a DM, the players will find some way to make fun of it or completely butcher whatever your imagination was.
We've done okay.
well, the metal is the most intriguing. Hargis says the metal's the most intriguing part to
Right.
him.
This adamant.
It tickles my storytelling twig.
I mean, that's some ancient.
I don't
You have
know.
a storytelling twig. This is one I haven't heard, Hargis. Maybe you should tell us along the
maybe
road
not.
as we head to Valkstad.
Actually, he comes out with countless stories of swords and maidens and lakes and all sorts of lore where they speak of, they called it moon metal. There's even a story of an ancient city that was destroyed by red dragons during an ancient war. And how when it fell, all the supply of adamantium and stuff stopped for ages.
Interesting.
And basically all those ancient weapons of story kind of faded into history.
Was there a name of that place that we know of?
He thinks it was called High Forge.
I was gonna say Hothgard or whatever that Viking one is.
I better write that down.
Skyforge. Okay.
Skyforge sounds cool.
Skyforge does sound cool.
Oh no, sorry, I heard it wrong. Is that what you said?
It's High Forge.
High Forge. Okay, well let's go with that because Skyforge is used in something else.
It's
that
taken.
My
taken.
mind is currently on.
Now let's take that for a
Much
better
like how we
story.
found out Amara is taken by little girls'
In
names
comic
and
books, Sunday
places
comic
of business
strips,
around the world.
Amara!
I'll keep sending him as
That's
long
so
as
weird.
I keep finding him.
Oh, what the
I don't
flim
know what
flam.
Well, as you travel along your journey,
Red dragons.
really only one thing of note happens along the way. And that is a bunch of, you see, sorry, I'm in conversation mode. There is a wagon in the middle of the being waylaid by a bunch of humans.
Oh,
I mean, you just see it, and you go around a bend in the road.
On my watch.
You hear squealing and carrying on.
Oh.
I immediately charge up my thunder gauntlets, slam them together, and just rush up to go help. Are we riding? Are we riding in the cart?
Y'all have the opportunity to take mounts if you want, and I'll allow you to do that. You can take them from our Faox.
I've got a.
But is Argus taking his go kart?
No, he's riding up on his go kart. Yeah.
All right, I'll probably just ride in the cart if Argus is fine with that.
Jasper is on a dire wolf.
Is the cart faster than our walking speed?
It is. These goats are freaking
Powerhouses.
mule size.
Okay, just
Yeah.
want to make sure.
I mean, the hardest part of your journey is keeping them fighting in the harness and biting.
So is it pretty clear that these are like bandits of some sort?
Yes. And they're totally oblivious to do. They're scrambling all over this wagon trying to steal, basically trying to dislodge stuff to steal. You see 3 men and 1 woman and a couple of children.
All right.
That apparently belong to the cart.
I'm rushing in. I'm gonna go run up and help.
Mounted on my direwolf steed, Jasper also.
So they are in the current process of being attacked.
Yep.
Right.
Correct.
This isn't just aggressive negotiations that have gone
No, this
overboard.
is bold financial venture.
Bold financial venture. Okay,
Yeah.
I can respect that. Pull out my ledger and my dagger, and then look at both, and then put the
Eat
ledger
some
away.
chips.
You see like a half dozen guys scrambling around. They've knocked most all the men that they got them on the ground. One of them, their people are they're what do you call it? They're brandishing swords over them, while the grab stuff. Women and child are hiding under the buggy.
I'm gonna kind of yell up to Flint. Maybe you should say a catchphrase to catch him off guard.
I've been trying to figure out one of those. Maybe I'll try something out. I don't know.
Hey, let's stabby these buggers.
We're just having this conversation.
Yeah,
as
we're running up.
Direwolf. And they're just like, who are these clowns?
Easy trot.
Jasper's like, I think I got a good one. I'm going to shoot you in the face if you don't run.
Okay, you're almost to them. You got your arms raised, whatever attack you do. You hear a sharp whistle
They got a surprise on us?
from above and behind you. Oh my! Hey, Jasper. You sprout an arrow in the back. 8 points.
Oh, what was the to hit? Do I get a
Well, I rolled a 19.
total or plus? That'll probably hit if it's.
That,
Ooh,
the
okay,
natural
that'll hit.
19.
That'll hit for sure.
I'll just lean to Hargis and say,
If I'm not mistaken, in memory, we're all around 15 or 16, correct?
on
Yeah.
armor class?
Yes.
Yeah, except for Flint. His
I'm
armor class.
16.
His class
I can.
is a little higher.
If it's a natural 19, it'll probably still hit. But with my shield, I can get up to
16
21.
for him.
This is from
Yeah.
behind.
So natural 19 will hit. Yeah,
So it
natural
has
19 will hit either way. But I'm normally 16. If I use a spell, I can get up to 21. But yeah, natural 19 will hit. So.
Okay. Fran, I'll go ahead and get your AC too.
15.
And Flint, yours was 16?
Yep.
Okay. All right. You sprout an arrow while another one goes past your ear and plants in the ground in front of you. And
You said 9 points?
yeah, I'm just trying to be.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
trying
fine.
to
No
move
problem, no
quickly is all.
Yeah.
Please challenge me if I'm missing
9
something.
points of damage, you
So
said?
you're good.
Oh, 9 points of damage. No, it was 8 points of damage.
Okay. I will. Do we roll initiative now, or?
You're still attacking.
Hmm?
This was like this was an opportunity
Right.
attack on you by their
Right.
lookout
Surprise attack.
who didn't see you until you're almost on them.
Do you want us to roll initiative now, or?
I would like y'all to take your attacks first because the other guys are totally oblivious to you.
Wow, it's a
Oh, so we're having like
two-way
our own.
prize round.
This is all kind of
Okay,
happening
so we're
at the same
firing
time.
at one.
In other words, you're on those guys.
Okay.
Then all of a sudden, their apparent lookout
Okay.
sees you.
The lookouts are
Those are arrows.
terrible. They waited till we
really
got
bad
to
at their
them.
job.
I guess they thought they'd
Yeah.
snipe us.
Well, I've already gone through
Ghost,
half
I
my
guess
dice.
thought we
So
only
it's
had
terrible
eight
rolling.
minutes.
We're good. I'm also gonna, as we're running along, I will, when I see the arrow hit them or hit Jasper, I will turn to Flint and Hargis and say, you know, maybe at some point we should take that target off his back. And then I will go to attack the next guys.
All right.
We'll just go around for the first
Sure.
attack. We'll just go around. Flint, what did you do, sir?
I'm gonna run over to Jasper and just sort of cover him with my shield from behind. Do I see who shot him?
All you see is leaves in the trees.
Can I
It's the
look
trees.
around with my?
You can
perception?
roll. You can roll.
Trees that shot him.
Yes, you can roll.
Jasper's
perception.
greatest
All
betrayal.
right, so I'm gonna look over in the trees and see if
Not
I
the
see
trees.
anybody. But that's a natural one. So I'm just
Oh.
looking around. I don't see
Yep.
them in the trees, so I'm just gonna hold up my shield, just sort of covering Jasper's smaller gnome body in case they try to shoot him again. That'll be my turn.
Obviously superior camouflage. Okay, Bram, what are you doing, sir?
Bran knows one thing really well about surprise attacks, and that's that he loves a good party. So he's gonna jump right in, stab the closest one, probably in the back of the shin, like through the kneecap from behind. Is what I'm gonna go for. So let me make an attack. Is this with advantage or without advantage in this surprise?
With advantage.
I didn't know. Okay.
With advantage.
Okay.
I think they see you, though. They're just a
He's so
surprise,
sneaky.
so not sure what
Well,
in that case, but
I rolled for reaction. There was nothing.
Oh, so they're just like
There.
completely focused to the point where they didn't notice us?
Well, you have the two guys that are immediately to you, harrowing three men on the ground, and then the other four are
Okay.
well, excuse me, three are trying to pull stuff off the
so
cart.
they're occupied, and you just go.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
I just walk up and tap.
most likely, this guy's got both hands pulling stuff off this large cart, and he's got one leg hanging and one leg pushing off the side of the cart. So you just walk up and, excuse me.
Oh, I'll just leave. I'll pin him to the cart then with this attack as well.
That's
if I
awesome.
Can.
That'll make an impact.
Well, that's asking for too much. So yeah, I'll just do the attack. That would be a 17 to hit.
You hitting?
Not music that I.
They don't have. They have like a leather kind of tunic on with a belt. Basically leather on.
Stabbing him in the back of the knee pit.
My knee
the
pit.
Kneecap. That's 23 points of piercing damage.
Oh, okay.
Not my knee pit.
Harsh. He does not like that at all. He gives a very human yell and kind of sags on the side of the cart, pinned to it, causing more damage.
As a bonus action, I will take my dagger and run it up his tailbone.
Well, he doesn't have any real reaction to it except for twitching.
Oh no, this is my bonus action attack.
That's where I keep my coccyx.
And that would be a 21 to hit.
That's so
Right
dark.
in the coccyx.
And that would be 6 points of damage.
Oh, man.
So it's just stabbing there and then...
So graphic. I'm glad the children can't see this from the...
Oh, they have powerful imaginations.
Well, there won't be much to their imagination once they climb out from the...
Those children. Yes.
Okay, Jasper, what do you
so I
see?
guess,
What do you do?
I'd be about 100 feet away from these guys, and whichever two seem to be threatening people, I'll go for those two.
How about the one that I'm threatening?
That one was going for. That one was going for cargo. You said.
I think yes, he was. If you had time to realize it, he's not going to be a threat to anybody.
Yeah, so I'll go for two that I see that appeared to be threatening people, and
except to the eye.
Jasper will just scream out, get away from them, you barbarians! And two of them so 2 arrows, one for each guy, because I twinned my spell here. The first one would be so those both hit. So the first guy is going to take 13 points of radiant damage to one. Ooh, bigger. And 18 points of radiant damage to the other.
All right. Well, you definitely get a reaction from him. If y'all want to roll... Oh, wait a minute. Hans is going to do his thing here.
And they're both covered in a glittery shroud for advantage on the next attack against those two.
All right. Bran, there's one more on your side. It's doing basically the same thing the other one was. He has just enough time to react, and Hargis throws something at him, and it smacks him hard, obviously, and he drops off the side of the cart, holding his chest. and then there's another one hanging off the other side. So it's
The
initiative.
last thing I'll do is activate my, as a bonus action, my bark skin from my God's Boon. So Jasper's skin gets all barky and leathery looking, just kind of crinkles up. So I got a 17 AC now.
Okay. Sweet. We're gonna have to figure out how that works.
Which part?
Argus. They see. I was kind of disappointed at Barkskin.
Yeah,
It's not what it was.
Yeah, it's a lot lower. But
Oh,
plus one
wow.
is a lot.
Either his stone skin
yeah.
or the
It's
other
all
stuff,
a little bit
but
lower power to balance.
It would be a
Yeah,
little broken
yeah.
in this format.
Okay.
Still good.
And then I get shot in the back.
All right. There you
Son
go.
of a-
Okay, so where are y'all? I'll just go around. Flint, what did you roll for initiative?
I rolled a 14.
Brand?
Let me see. I'll have to re-roll because I don't remember what it was. 19.
Jasper?
I'm
5?
back to my proper place in the initiative at the bottom. I
You had a
did.
good
I
run
did.
for a few games.
Did. I'm back where I belong. I used my good initiative against the elk this morning.
I used
I
a
got a
natural
19,
20, so.
so 22 total. I don't even have bad initiative
right.
bonus. I just always roll super low for initiative.
Well, I went through a whole rash of 1s and 2s, and I think 6 was my highest, and now I've actually rolled good. Yes.
Oh, that's
Perception.
foreboding.
Were you going to roll for perception?
Oh, no, I was making comparison to my perception roll similar to his initiative roll.
Anyway, Flint and the Hargis both got 19s, and the thieves got 19s. So, y'all, whatever y'all do is going to happen at the same time.
I got a 14.
I think you meant Bran and Hargis.
Sorry. Yeah, correct. I wrote it down.
I know
wrong.
we're both
Yeah.
dwarves, but get it straight.
Well, you know, from my perspective.
It was bad enough being confused with a human. Now I'm getting confused with kin.
Anyway, Bran, what are you going to do, sir?
Bran will do what he does best. Is the guy still alive that I'm dealing with?
If you take time to look, you can't really say, but you'd say from his reaction to your stabbiness, he is dead. Quite dead.
Oh, okay.
He was dead before you
went for the
stabbed him in
coccyx.
the arse.
Listen, all I was trying to do was break his tailbone. That was it.
You
I
certainly did.
If you broke, it's broke. You can snap it off and take it home with you.
So I'm at cargo. How many? Can I tell how many visually around us there are? Like,
I think he said
did
6.
we have a head count?
6.
Okay,
And there's
so now there's
5
5,
standing,
right?
and there's one unseen that, at least, that you have not seen.
Okay,
You know this
And-
because of the arrows in Jasper.
right.
Arrows in Jasper.
It looks like I got 30 points on the target. Let's see. There is 5 more that are visible. Which one is closest to, like, maybe the hostages?
There's
or
one
people?
right next to you.
There's one beside you that has collapsed on the ground, lost his footing, and is on the ground.
Oh, he's
attempting to
prone.
get Yeah.
Oh, delightful. Well, after seeing his friend, I will pull out the dagger from the tailbone, flip it in the air, catch it, short sword, look it down at his friend, just grin. and then leap with both daggers in the air and come down on him. Or short swords, sorry.
Man.
We'll do that. So since he's prone, that would be advantage, which means I can get sneak attack on this. And that would be a natural 20.
Oh!
Do we need to?
It's a
And
short
because
encounter.
you've got advantage, you've got sneak attack. So
Yeah, I
no,
know.
sneak attack. I mean, roll for fun, but
That would be a total of 48 damage.
Holy
Oh, no. Oh. Well,
May I describe how I do this?
you've married this man to the earth. He was attempting to get up. You could tell he was in a bit of a daze from the blow he took that knocked him off the cart. And you just basically knocked him back into the ground with your swords just punching through his body and burying in the earth underneath him.
you want to take.
I mean, he has time to squeal, but not much time. Basically, just whatever was in his lungs came out in a painful, harsh squeal, and he is departed.
Well, I did say I would use both attacks
That'll
on
do it.
him, so I do.
That'll do it.
Oh, that's harsh. 45 points. You may have got some of your hand stuck in the wound. I mean, just,
up to the
it's so
elbows.
beyond what he needed to.
I've got myself a new puppet!
I don't think he's much for
Jasper
dancing
winces
and
and
singing.
kind of looks over his shoulder at
Oh.
Flint.
I have a
Winces
talent.
and looks at Flint and goes, "You know, he's really getting into the macabre puppet thing a little too much these days. I think it's an unsettling trend." Just oh,
Wait,
don't.
what? I look back. Oh, Bran, I thought we were going to scare him away. Oh.
You
He's
know,
hanging himself
I'm
very
just like
past
this.
the hilt.
I can't get him off.
Yeah, he's very past the hilt in this guy.
Well, too late for diplomacy, I guess.
Oh.
I mean, there's always diplomacy.
Well, Hargis, by the way, on.
You don't need everybody to hold the conversation.
Oh, it's so dark. Hargis, by the way, threw inspiration on that as he did his other spell because you were on guard with the shield, and I should mark somebody off. Okay,
Nice.
Yeah.
roll on that.
Jasper
There you
would have
go.
been like, "Flint, it's all right. I can take these guys. You go ahead. You go ahead.
so dark.
Get in there close."
Hey, you basically could have killed most of the group with that one blow.
Really?
And let me see. I'm just gonna roll.
Turns out that
Oh,
they
yeah.
were all a part of a play, and that this has all been a facade, and that we have made a horrible,
We
horrible
look
mistake.
slightly
in
to the
this
right,
sector, about to
and
come
there's
out.
pews set up
And
just off the side of the road. The whole audience is just aghast.
Part of the
Continue
sheep
my puppet show. It's a new
party.
show.
We're the Tan Minstrels. We do acts on the road for passers-by. The children are volunteers.
Show's over.
it's just as
Today.
annoying as on the subway.
Anyways,
All right,
who's it? Who's up?
2 arrows. Oh man. Because Jasper's being covered by Flint. Flint, you get no pinging off of you. What's your AC again?
16.
Okay, he did hit. Do you have any adjustments to that?
Nope, just 16.
Objection.
3 points of damage. Just glances off your armor, basically. Off into the woods. And it came from the same... You saw the direction it came from. It is up in the trees. Although...
There you
not
are.
obvious. If you want to roll again, do an observation check, or
Perception.
what would it be?
If he
Perception.
shot, then I'd probably know from where he.
Okay, well, you can't see him, but you definitely see where it came from. It's obviously he's standing on the tree limb above y'all.
Okay.
And let me see. Argus isn't throwing his because it looks like, because it's simultaneous, after they saw what happened to the last guy, they're attempting to way now can carry. So they're hindered. So it's attacks of opportunity.
Oh, an attack of opportunity, you say?
Yes.
For who? Just Jasper?
Well, you killed two now.
Listen, I'm two for two. I can go 3 for 3.
There's 3 on the other side of the cart,
Well,
and they
I
are
chose
attempting.
poorly.
Two that are standing over the merchant and the merchant family, and then the one that was pulling stuff off on that side.
Who's
so
up?
What do y'all do?
Whose turn?
I believe that is
Flint, probably?
Flint. Yeah, Flint.
Okay, yeah, mine was 14, so... let's see. I guess I'm gonna just try and shoot a laser into the woods where I saw that, saw the rustle of leaves and the arrow shoot out of it.
As you puncture a hole through Smokey the Bear, who says only you can prevent...
It's a frost ray.
Hey, if Smokey the Bear's shooting me with arrows, he's going down. Okay, that's a 20.
Oh, you hit him. Darn. I was hoping you'd get away. I mean, no. Oh, you definitely hit him.
That's a 10 points of cold damage, and he's slowed.
Well, you hear a very audible sound. Struck.
Does he hear
And
glass
then-
shatter shortly afterwards?
Well, he had to roll. He was hit. Oh, he was hit hard enough. He had to roll just against his dexterity to stay in the tree, and he failed it spectacularly.
Comes out of the tree.
Okay.
Collapses on the ground,
Nice.
unconscious, and the rest of them are gone in the woods. Fairly dense underbrush right here, which is a wide place in the trail with a couple of hills. So it's a really pretty good choice for ambush.
I'm gonna use the rest of my turn to just run up to that guy. I'm sure he's a little too far away right now, but I'll start walking towards him. Just 25 feet is all I can move, but I'm gonna start heading towards him, see if there's anyone alive to interrogate.
Okay.
And that's my
Are you talking about the one that fell out of the tree, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, 2 got away, and then there's this one laying on the ground, collapsed on the ground, and she's not going anywhere.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Um,
That's my turn.
Jasper up then, or? It's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jasper. Yeah, it would be
I'll,
your turn.
So the other
So
three
we've
still
lost
on the
those
other side of the
other
cart.
3 in the woods.
They are trying to. They are in the process
Are
of
they
running
still
into the woods.
holding their
Maybe
stuff?
you're-
Did they take anything?
They're holding stuff, but only one of them actually has anything. The 2 that were standing over, family, they don't have anything but their swords in their hands. They were the only
Is the
2
family
with swords,
hurt
by the
at
way.
all?
The other, bloody noses. One of them has a knot on his head. The kids are just hiding under the cart, out of the way of the melee and everything going on.
Okay.
Kids and the woman. Although she has like basically the same thing these guys have, one single-edged short sword, knife, however you want to call it.
Okay. Well,
The only real difference in them is the thieves were dirtier and hungry.
Jasper will run the dire wolf's full action turn round of movement and action to run 100 feet to get him right up next to the cart, between them and the forest, just like checking the forest line, seeing if they're gone. Just yell back at the people under the wagons, like, "Are you all right? Is anyone hurt badly? Is anyone hurt?"
Oh, one of the older men has. Hey, we're fine. Just a bit of a bloody nose.
Yeah.
I did that. I do it every game. Feels awesome.
All right, and they're pretty much lost in the
And,
woods then.
yeah,
at
they
this
seem
point.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
pretty
right.
much. I mean, the wolves could have caught them. They're not that fast and not that forest savvy. But
Speaking of forest savvy, could an elf that knows how to walk in a forest in a dwarf's body, which would be a very odd sight, to gracefully leap in through the trees, double dash towards them with 90 feet of movement,
try and catch him?
up to them, and
you
slowly
could
hunt them
definitely,
down one
you
at a
could
time?
definitely catch. You could catch the. Yeah, actually, you could.
Go for it.
Although they know where they're going, and have done this
That's
game
fine.
a times.
Brandbeck has this habit of running off by himself. I see no reason to stop.
Okay, so you book it into the forest.
All right, you're all.
Okay.
I do.
All right, as he disappears, Flint, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go over to the archer who fell out of the tree. Check for a pulse.
She's breathing. Looks to be a half elf. Upon investigation.
I'm gonna just hoist her up by the armpits and just drag her back to the cart, I guess, just wherever you guys are.
Well,
We
you
got a
find
live
Jasper
one
and
here.
Harvest.
Yeah, obviously not where you are because you're off by yourself. But I'll just be like, we got a live one here. Should we question her?
Brand, why don't you go ahead and roll perception? Wisdom check,
no.
I guess, would be good.
Tire up, Flint. I'm gonna go after. I'm gonna go after Bran.
Same thing for you, Flint.
Let him go.
Bran's already gone. I'm
Bran's
gonna
there
go.
too.
Just make sure he doesn't get.
Oh,
Just
Brand's
make sure he doesn't
gone,
get ambushed.
but
He'll be fine.
Well, that would be a 19
oh, awesome!
because I rolled a
Minus.
natural 20.
Oh, you realize you're being watched, and at least one bowman has kind of gotten out of your sight behind a tree.
Oh. Since he chose to do that, can I break line of sight and start sneaking towards him, like darting through the trees towards him
Stealth?
for my turn?
Little cat and
We're gonna
mouse.
play
Yeah, you can
who's
try
the
to
real hunter and who's the prey here.
You can try to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So stealth.
And, right. And Flint, would you roll a wisdom check?
Wisdom check.
Perception, wisdom check.
Me?
23 on the
Or-
stealth.
Natural
Definitely
20.
being stealthy.
20
Oh, you
perception.
realize she is faking being asleep at this point.
Okay. I'm gonna tie her up then.
You know, her body tenses in a way it wasn't before. She was dead weight. Now she's, pretending to be dead weight, kind of thing.
I'm just gonna start tying her up at least by the wrists and just say, I was all fine for having a little chat before you shot my friend with an arrow.
Does she see the two impaled bodies from
Just
Brandbeck just behind him?
I think
You can tell she's really struggling to hold on to
shot her out of the tree.
feigned unconsciousness, but she can't hold her chest, and she's gasping for air. You're not getting anything out of me. And she's struggling, and but you've already tied her wrists at this point, so she can struggle, and you realize she's fairly young. Probably 20 tops. Okay, Jasper.
Hard to tell with
20
how-
tops.
Jasper will follow
Wow. Who knows
Bran
how old
into
she
the
really
woods and just try and back him up. Make sure he doesn't get overrun or
Okay.
anything.
I guess at this point, because Brand is being stealthy, to what's it, perception?
Yeah, perception versus stealth if they're trying to
I'll,
find the person.
Because Bran disappeared really
I'm
quickly.
gonna command
once
the
he got
wolf
out of
to
sight.
follow Bran's scent into as we go, and I think, yep, perception.
Oh,
Yep,
there's
he's
no
got
problem.
advantage
Man.
on perception checks relying on
He's
smell.
not right
So
on.
wolf
You have
will
advantage, man. Yeah,
pretty good. So
I have a scent hound.
16 to perceive Bran's scent and follow it.
My stealth was
Wait,
23.
You can't stealth your smell.
Well, you don't say, but you realize like you're right on
Yeah,
top
I'm
of.
following at a distance, kind of like cautiously coming in, not bolting in full speed. So
And Bran, you know they're there. There's no way they can hide this dog snuffling around.
I don't know. It's Bran we're
oh my
talking
gosh,
about.
it's like the blind leading the blind or something.
No, I'm reminded of a Jurassic Park
Clever
scene.
girl, yeah.
Clever girl.
Yeah, so Jasper's like on the wolf still. The wolf's like sniffing Bran's trail, following the trail, but he can't keep up the speed. So he's still moving relatively quickly, but Bran's going to be ahead of him by probably 50 feet or so.
Yeah,
So-
but once Bran went into his stealth mode on the stalking journey he's taking, he slowed down dramatically, but he's still moving probably at normal speed.
All right.
And
Yeah,
so
eventually.
you will catch up with
So.
him.
All right.
Okay, we'll go back to Flint while y'all are doing your slow-mo stalk. Flint, you got this girl bound, and she's more smoldering and mad than struggling. Release me, and
If
you'll
I
see
rele-
me no more.
I can't. I can't allow that because then other people would see you again and you'd rob them, and I can't let
Hey,
that
we've
happen,
hurt
young lady.
nobody. We've hurt nobody.
I don't think that's true. It looks like your friends roughed up those men over at the cart, and you shot my friend in the back with an arrow, and you shot me with an arrow
Let's kill
too.
people sometimes.
I get worse every day in Hard Knocks. I didn't kill him. I could have.
And I could kill you right now too, but I'm not. That should tell you something, young lady.
I feel like Flint should have been threatened her by saying, "Or I could have that," and point out the others happened to you from that guy.
Well,
fairly
since you're nowhere to
intimidated by
be
that.
seen, I don't really have a visual aid for that. So.
She's
That might
fairly,
work.
you see her eyes shift, and you're suggesting that you can kill her. She's fairly intimidated by that. You can roll intimidation if you like, but she failed
Sure, why
horribly
not?
at your words.
Not great. 9.
Little scared.
Well, she rolled a 2, so it's
She's,
effective.
yeah.
Whatever you're doing, it's working. Probably since your calm tone.
I'll
as you,
just,
suggest it.
I won't lean down to her level because I'm about her height when she's sitting down because I'm a dwarf. But I'll just be like, here's what's gonna happen. What's your name, Lassie? Or should I just call you Lassie?
It's Laurel.
Listen here, Laurel. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna take you. We're on our way to Valkstad. I'll take you to Valkstad, hand you over to law enforcement, and they can probably treat you better than you've been treated by whoever these thugs are.
I don't trust the dwarves. And then she's like, makes a little sound.
Or a negotiator.
There's one thing you can do. You can trust dwarves to follow a just law. And that's
They'll
something
put me in
you.
their minds till I die.
All right. I think you've talked enough, and I'm going to. I'll get a strip of cloth and gag her as well.
She's just a hot-headed child.
Yeah.
And, of course, she's actually saying more now that you gagged her. So it's interesting and colorful, but nothing to help.
I'll just say, go ahead and let it out, and don't go running off. Not that you can, but
Okay, Brand, what are you doing?
So, I'd like to clever girl this archer.
What's nice is you've got an unstealthy Jasper over here
Well,
distracting for you.
you're almost on the archery. Or excuse me, not her. I'm not getting anything away. I'm just stuck on the Flint. You're sneaking up on the position where you last saw him.
Yep.
You're right there, and I think you should probably roll perception.
Okay. This is how my hide and seek games go. They don't see me.
Just
I don't
walking
see
in a
them,
circle.
they'll walk right past.
On either side of a tree.
That's essentially what's going on here.
Another good perception roll. It's because I'm in a forest.
Jasper's had a good influence.
There you go. Whoever you're stalking is behind this tree. They've sifted back further in the forest. As you were approaching, they were retreating.
Could I follow their trail?
Yeah. I guess that would be a wisdom perception.
There's a skill specifically called survival.
Which Bran is really good at, I'm guessing. Yeah, keep rolling good. It doesn't matter how bad you are at skills. Yeah.
You're lucky.
Bonuses?
I mean, if you count -1 a bonus.
60.
Whoever it is covered the trail and has gone back into the woods. I mean, your last clue is where they were standing on the tree. Because they had stabbed some stuff into the ground and you see they'd taken them. I mean, you did really well in your
They're stealthy. They stealthy. Just as Bran's looking around trying to find the trail, he hears a sniffing from behind him after 12 seconds or so. And then just a big wet on his neck as the dial licks his ear. Make an attack roll. Disadvantage! No, you can't kill dogs. It's a rule. Alright, did you lose this trail?
Yeah, maybe I should have just kept following the ones I was following that were running.
I mean, if there are any sort of...
I could have overtaken them.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Soothing music coming through the forest?
Take out the dagger that's all bloody and I'll just carve into the tree.
Artist is playing something. You know
What do you...
Okay.
What are you...
I'm gonna carve into this tree that they were at.
Well, hold
and
on.
it's gonna say,
You don't need to take it out on the tree. Oh, the tree didn't do anything. Do you have any idea how long it's going to take to carve? I mean, that's a whole paragraph. We could put up a sign or something. Well, let's put up a sign. Hit him with a stick. I mean, it won't kill it. I'm just saying, if you break through that inner layer of bark, it can open up aggressive beetle species that'll get in there and could do damage long term. It's not good. I wait for him to finish.
I tried to, Father.
Time to redecorate. What are your actions?
Yeah.
The bard has started playing. He's playing obviously a healing tune that's made you feel better, even if you weren't injured. It's made you feel better, and you can try to cast this actively.
As
Does Laurel kind of relax too when she hears the music?
She does. She was quite hurt. She took damage falling down the tree too, so she was very close to dying. It's just
as Bran finishes carving, and I can only assume swaggers away, leaving Jasper by the tree, Jasper's gonna nudge the wolf up to it and put his hand on one of the carved letters, and expel a cure wounds to see if he can heal the tree. And see if it works. He doesn't know if that works, but he's gonna try. Nice. Yeah. You are gone. You left. Got him. So Jasper puts it on there, just says a little prayer to the tree father, and when he opens his eyes, it's kind of like healed over. All right. Yeah, good damn. Pats it. That's, yeah, I mean... The trees are still... The tree will remember this, as it... Yeah.